Now that I am retired, I have time to think about things. I like to ponder God's creation. I marvel at all kinds of things, like the eye. Have you considered how remarkable the eye is? I had no idea what a marvel it is until I read about it. You might say that opened my eyes, pun intended. The front of the eye is a transparent membrane called the cornea. It is transparent because our DNA programmed it to be so. Not translucent with color, like our skin, but perfectly transparent with no color. Next is the iris. We call it the pupil. It gives us eye color. The iris is wide open to collect more light so that we can see. And in bright conditions like the beach, the iris zooms in to a dot to keep most of the light out so that we are not blinded by too much light. The incoming light contains the images that we're looking at, then goes through the lens, which is also transparent. It is a flexible disc about the size of an aspirin that is shaped, oddly enough, like a lens. To focus on small things, the diameter of the lens is as small as it can get, which makes the thickness at its maximum. To focus on things at a distance, tiny muscles in the eye pull the lens in all directions to increase its diameter. This causes the lens to be thinner, which allows us to see clearly at a distance. Our focus happens in hundredths of a second as we look at different things. This allows the eye to focus so fast that we can follow things that are coming at us like a ball. Our focus is only sharp over a very small area. Everything else is out of focus. We are not even aware of this aberration. As we move our eyes to whatever we look at, it is instantly in focus, but we think we see everything in focus. This is because our brain fills in the fuzzy things around our subject, making them appear sharp. The objects that we are looking at are projected on the rear of the eye, like a video on the retina. The image appears upside down, but the brain interprets it as right side up. The retina deserves more attention. It is the most light-sensitive object in the universe. It is about 1 square inch in area, which contains about 144 million cells. These cells are divided into approximately 137 million rods, which detect black and white. The remaining 7 million cells, approximately, are cones which detect color. Together, the rods and cones enable us to see while they are sending signals through the optic nerve to the brain center for sight. This is done at a speed of about 300 miles an hour. The electrical charge required for this is about 1/10,000th of a watt. Yes, electrical. That is how our body is made to function. The creation of the optic nerve is more than miraculous. When a baby is conceived, their DNA is orchestrating what cells will go where and when. The optic nerve waits until it's time before it starts its journey through the brain. It is not like a flexible wire. It is a bundle of about 144 million tiny nerve fibers that are sheathed for protection, just like a fiber optic cable, pushing their way through the brain toward the sight center in the brain. At the same time, the sight center starts growing a duplicate bundle of nerve fibers that meet the oncoming bundle from the eye, and the tendrils from each fiber optic bundle seeks out, finds, and connects with their mating tendril. The successful mating of these tendrils is absolutely important because otherwise our vision would be scrambled. Believe it or not. Hey, if you want more content like this, then please click the like button. Thank you. This miracle happens twice in every person before every baby is born. The optic nerve collects the data from the rods and cones and transmits the images at a rate of approximately 1,000,000 times a second. That is what it takes for continuous viewing. Not like a string of photographs, but a never-ending movie. You might wonder, why am I writing about this? Well, information like this can build your faith. If you listen to this until you get the whole picture, you will understand why I call the Creator, Jehovah, awesome. Also, it is good to be armed with facts to combat the silly ideas people try to force on us about evolution. Evolutionists believe that every subsystem in animals is a result of millions of years of accidental random chance mutations. Animals that haven't developed perfect vision at birth are doomed to death. Blind animals cannot hunt or hide. If just one of the components in the eye, like the cornea, the iris, lens, or retina, haven't developed yet, the animal is basically blind. Only eyes that are completely developed from birth can help animals to run from danger or hunt. Think about it. In his book, The Origin of Species, written in 1859, Charles Darwin introduced the world to his theory of evolution. A few years after he published, he wrote a friend and admitted, "To suppose that the eye, with all its inimitable contrivances for adjusting the focus to different distances, for admitting different amounts of light, and for the correction of spherical chromatic aberration, could have only been formed by natural selection seems, I freely confess, absurd in the highest degree." About 1,000 years BC, King Solomon wrote, "The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord hath made even both of them." That's from Proverbs 20, verse 12. I hope you found this interesting enough to think about it and to consider how miraculous the eye really is. I hope you clicked on the like button. If you enjoyed this video, then please share it with someone and subscribe if you haven't done so already. These things cause the YouTube algorithm to send these videos to more people. Thank you for watching. I genuinely appreciate it.